Hi guys, how's it going out there? Hope everybody's well and everybody's having a beautiful day. My name is Alicia and I am a light worker. So I realized I was a light worker a good 13 years ago now. I had a major spiritual awakening and it that caused me to go into a journey of self-discovery, finding out all about myself and quite early on, I realized I was a light worker, and it made so much sense to me. It resonated deep within my soul. I up until that point, I felt really out of place. I felt like I didn't fit in this world, and I felt like I was pretty much an alien living on planet Earth. So it made a lot of sense. Like I realized that this is my purpose and this is my destiny. So I believe there's a universal call that goes out to everybody about about stepping into the light, about doing the next right thing, about awakening to the truth and helping other people awake to the truth. And this call goes out to everybody, from directly from God, directly from source energy. And not all people hear this call. Some hear it and then some don't act on it. And so when I heard this call, I knew that this was me and I had to act on it. And I've dedicated my life to doing this. Um, so yeah, a light worker is someone who chooses to work as a conduit or a vessel for God, to dedicate their life to helping people get to know themselves on a deep level, to working for spirit. Quite often, for me, quite often, this is done through helping people get to know themselves through astrology, through numerology, through tarot, through spiritual conversations. But this is not always the case. It's different for all people. All light workers are different, and everybody has a really unique role to play. So there's no set way to be a light worker. Um, for me, often it's guided through intuition, and I believe, like I will have the message at the right time in the right place to the right person. You know what I mean? So it's divinely guided. And quite often, the way that I really connect into this is through spiritual practices. So every morning I start the day with a prayer and I connect in with God, and then I do a reading and that'll give me insight and help me ask for specific questions and help give me insight into the path that I'm on and my day ahead. And at the end of the day I do a meditation and that helps me connect in. And again, like I sort of do like an active meditation where I will send out a question, send out a message, and I sit there and I wait and I receive answers, and I get so much information through that. So yeah, everybody has the potential to be a light worker. They just need to hear the call, pretty much. I get a lot of people will ask me, will show interest in that, and they say, "I want to be a light worker." We know that's where it starts. If you want to be a light worker, all you need to do is step into that. There is, like I get so much information and knowledge directly from spirit and meditation and through prayer and just in the quiet moments throughout the day. But also there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of books on, there's a lot of videos on YouTube. There's a lot of information on the internet, but pretty much it's about doing the next right thing and and seeing somebody else the same as yourself. You know what I mean? Having that love for other people, the same love that you have for yourself. So I believe that light work is my main purpose. And it's my destiny. And I feel amazing knowing that I'm doing my job every day. And it makes a difference in other people's lives. And I get a lot of enjoyment and a lot of excitement about doing this. So everywhere I go, there's pretty much spiritual conversations. You know what I mean? And When people come into my life, I believe that the only reason they're coming into my life is because they're ready to step into their spiritual power and they're ready to get to know themselves. And yeah, they wouldn't be coming into my life if they weren't ready to take that step. So quite often, it doesn't matter what we're doing. It could be we're working, doing something that's completely irrelevant. It could be they just people just we all cross, come into each other's lives for a reason. But quite often, when people come into my life, it's revolved around spirituality and there's conversations about spirituality and there's, and that that is confirmation that I'm doing my job or I'm doing the right thing. And so I do my job every day, and I don't always get paid for it, but that's cool. I know that, I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing. So yeah, so my function pretty much is to hold the light, while holding space for other people to find their light, and leading by example. And anyone can awaken to the light at any time, any point in time. So I've written down some traits here of light workers. So you might resonate with this. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you do resonate with it. So yeah, I'm just going to read them out here. So we've got intuitive, truth seekers are always looking for and searching for the truth. Maybe religions didn't quite cut it, and you wanted to explore that further. So you've looked into a whole heap of different religions, just to try and find that truth underneath and what resonates deep within your soul. Have an inner moral compass set with integrity. For me, I know that there's certain things that I can't do. Like, for example, I can't lie. I don't like doing anything deceptive. I've only got to do what's right within my soul, and that's my inner moral compass is set like that. Have a drive to make a difference in the world. Like, this is a massive thing for me. Like, I so often, like recently, I've been trying to work out what is my defined goal, and I keep coming back to making a difference in the world. So that is a big one. Are empathic and always sensitive to the needs of others, and sometimes this can be at your own detriment. So it is important to have boundaries around that. But I'm not going to go too much into this now, but just having that trait of empathy and that need to want to help others, that need to feel others' pain as if it was your own. Drawn to animals or plants, or quite often animals are drawn to you. Just that sort of that psychic bond, that connection, and that love. Have natural healing abilities. Like early on, I worked out as a light worker, and then not too much after that, I realized I was a healer as well, and so, I've delved right into that, and I've actually, studied it. I've done healing courses and everything. And so, I've got this passion about healing as well. And, I've definitely got natural abilities as a healer. So that's one of them. Have an interest in ways to connect with self and others, such as astrology, numerology, tarot, spirituality, just getting to know yourself on a deep level, just self-discovery, and research, and but all about yourself, but also about like the universe and life in general. Have a drive to constantly work on themselves. Could be psychic or clairvoyant, clairaudient, claircognizant, clairsentient, just that, also, could be a medium. You don't have to be, but, different, and even just an interest in these things. You have a purpose and a destiny to do something great. And sometimes you don't even know what this is or how, but you just know that there's a greater purpose to your life. interest in angels, extraterrestrials, ancient knowledge and ancient lands, and sacred texts. And this is all relating back to that truth seeking. You feel different to others. I know for me, I've always felt different. And so, yeah, accepting that, learning to accept that as well. But just basically, yeah, feeling that you're different and you don't fit in here on planet Earth. Worldly and traditional stuff doesn't interest you. Like material concerns, the latest fashion, having a 9 to 5 job, with no higher meaning. Most probably cannot stand watching the news. When they do, they get very passionate and wanting to change what they hear. It brings up a lot of emotions. Yeah, the news is very negative, and we just want to change the world and we see this world in this, like living in the fifth dimension, this higher frequency, and so it's hard, to see that the world is not really living like that, and that people aren't really doing much to change that. They need to take time out alone to center and recharge. This is very important, and this is definitely a necessity. It's a form of protection, pretty much, but it's also a form of recouping your energy. You want to change the world. Are very independent. You're not out there following the trends. You want to, you want to do your own thing, lead the way, pretty much. Attract people with problems, often caught in the cycle of darkness. This is so darkness can be transmuted. For me, like I've definitely attract a lot of people that need help, and so yeah, that's definitely like darkness will always find its way to the light, I believe. But yeah, and light workers are big transmuters, so it's a way just to constantly transmute that darkness into light, and like help awaken people and get them closer to finding their true selves, and and joining this path of light as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much my list of traits of a light worker. Yeah, maybe this is you, maybe it's not. You're welcome to leave a comment and say comment on that. So yeah, thank you very much for listening to my video. It's my second video now, and I'm feeling a lot better after I've done my first one, but I'm still not quite comfortable in front of the camera, but I'm getting there. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you all know a little bit more about Lightworker and pretty much what it means to me about being a Lightworker as well. So yeah, love you guys lots. Have a good day. Bye.